of the rock bottom, but at the same time, all of that stuff seems to be phony to me. I know I have a child. I have at least 3 children that watch wrestling.
Right.
All the time.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
But it seems phony.
Let me ask you a question. You're a black lady, so you like
I'm brown.
Okay. you're of African American descent.
Definitely, I'm not white.
So you like Brown Sugar, the movie? No. The Inkwell, the movie? No.
I've seen it.
Okay. The Best Man. Whew. Okay, all black ladies like one of those 3 movies. So here, you know that movie's fake and phony, right? You know the people not really married.
Clearly.
The people in the bed didn't have sex really.
Clearly.
They weren't even eating food for real. It was just sitting there. Phony. A movie. Phony. Wrestling. Phony. Right? So, I mean, it's just entertainment.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay more than $10 to see
and
any of the movies that you just named.
NBA is going to happen. Is that phony?
What do you mean?
Is it set up?
You know what?
Is it going to go 7 games? Yes. For the ratings, it's going to go 7 games.
You finished?
Yeah, I'm finished.
I thought you asked me, and then you wouldn't let me say nothing. Okay, so I was having this interesting conversation with someone who was on here as my co-host before, Thomas. And I've been saying since the series started that it was going to go to Game 7 for the money.
Okay.
I believe that for money's sake, they would, hey, we're going to make more money if we go to Game 7. If it just so happened to not go to Game 7 tonight, I'm probably going to be the happiest woman tonight, because that means I'm going to bank. I'm going to get some money.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, got a back going. But other than that, I do believe that it was a setup. Like, what was that? Game 3? Game 3, they was this, you can see they're losing, and then all of a sudden here they come back. Steph Curry hitting them threes, hitting them back to back, back to back. I believe that it is a setup. One game I felt like LeBron was throwing the game, but it is what it is. But I don't want to get into the NBA Finals just yet. What I would like to get into when I was relating to color, we were talking about Color Me Bad.
Is doing some funky things.
So, she said her mic is doing some funky things.
Okay.
It's doing some funky things with some funk. It's spending. You see it?
I got it.
You think it's gonna spend again?
Thank you, Diamond K.
She was over here acting like Spenderella.
Yeah, spend it at one time. Ooh, ooh.
All right, so I'm just going to say, #Rachel. Have you asked Rachel anything? Y'all know Twitter,
no desire to
all social media was off the chain with Ask Rachel. Okay? I don't want to ask her anything.
Me neither.
Because for the simple fact, look how this child is like really turned into my face. Okay. So I posted a question because this lady is impersonating a black woman. This is what I'm saying. Okay, she's impersonating a black woman. When I saw her, until they said her name, I never been like, oh,
no, nobody ever knew
Rachel.
who she was.
Oh, that you see, Rachel, that never crossed my mind. But since she's been in the spotlight and they're saying that she's not black, I'm looking like she could pass, like, Then I look back at her hairstyles that she's had, and she's had her little poetic justice braids, and she's had it all, okay? I did also, I didn't do too much research on her because I feel like I don't want to research this woman. She just wanted to pass as black. And I grew up in a neighborhood in Southwest Baltimore where there were mixed people, black, white, had them all. I went to school with both, and I'm sorry for saying white. I don't want to offend anyone. It's Caucasian. So I've been, mixture, Hispanics, all of that. So to see her want to pass as black, people's like, well, she identifies with black. That's fine to say that you identify with, but when she start going as far as her poetic justice braids and, her little
Yeah, that was a little
wanting
too
her
much.
hair
That's
to
when
look
I-
kinky and, all of those things. I was like, wait a minute. This is not right. And then to be the president of a
chapter.
of a chapter of the NAACP, then I'm just like, what is really up with this woman?
Right.
Like, you want to be black that bad? Like, I've seen enough Caucasian, and I'm gonna stop saying black. No, I'm black. I'm not African American. I'm black. Let me not start Raven Simone up in here. I'm not gonna do that. But I didn't pose this question. I didn't post this question on Facebook, but I do have this question. So I need somebody, whether it be just the other people in the room, minus her, to tell me, like, what is the difference in, and I'm not telling y'all what I think, but at the moment, but what is the difference between what Rachel did and Bruce Jenner? He identifies as being a woman. This is just a question. Don't be side-eyeing me. The side eye is no longer eternal. It is on the outside.
I'm about to say, come on,
I want to
Sean.
know the difference in the whole. He identifies as a woman, so now he's did his little, and no disrespect to you transgenders. I'm sorry, and but what is the difference? She identifies as a black woman, and I don't know why, because she grew up, and girl, good night. She grew up, as a white,
Right.
Caucasian, female. So, what made her say, Listen, I'm asking because of comments I received, not. Okay. Let me find out. Is that mic on? Tap that mic. Oh, that mic's not on.
I know, because I was going to say, come on, Sean.
Yes, we going to get him over here when Diamond K step back into this room. Do you
I
think it's a difference?
I don't really think there is a there is a difference, because that's changing from a man to a woman. That's a big difference from being
From impersonating a black person?
a black person. And
listen, they're saying that she adopted her brother or something because of some.
My thing is, who let her do all of this? Who didn't just come out and say no? Somebody should have told her this is wrong. This is what we're not going to do. Where was her mother to say no? You will not do. Oh, okay,
well, she
I'm
disowned
sorry.
those people, didn't she? She decided that she didn't want any type of relationship or contact with her family.
But
they have been talking out. Even the brother said that she asked them to keep that to themselves.
But all of a sudden they come out now. Why didn't you come out before and say no? I'm not doing this. This is not right.
Well, somebody else brought this up. So then they contacted the parents to confirm or, deny what was being said.
I say she wanted her 15 minutes. Let's give her 15 minutes. Bye, Felicia.
I just think that she adopted her brothers to further help out her I'm black thing. So now, because they're black. So
Yeah, I see brothers.
I see it as she wanted to make, I'm a black woman with black sons and, So now she's saying, well, what she say? I identify with black. Really?
What made her all of a sudden identify with black? What was the breaking point for that? That's what I would want to know. What changed your mind from when you were growing up to now?
I don't know. If Rachel is listening, or Rachel, tell Rachel because I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. Now, only problem I have is she went so far as to be elected and hold a high office and a chapter. So, and I'm sure they assumed that she was
as the chapter, black. Why didn't they not do research when she filled out her application? Because I'm not going to lie, I've heard it, but I have not gone a lot into it because I'm like, okay, here we go. It's something else to fill up the timeline. I want to hear about more important things. I was reading this, but it doesn't say when she filled out her application to become a president of the chapter, did they not research her or look into her background? Don't they do that with most people, especially if you're going to be the president of a chapter before things come to light?
So you're a part of an organization.
Yes.
Did they do a background to find out whether the president was black? white, Hispanic, or mixed.
Well, first of all, I don't cut no cards. What you get is what you see. I'm a black, married.
I hear what you're saying.
Right, I know, I understand what you're saying.
Did you hear what I'm
because
saying?
I had
looking at you, I could say that you're black. Let
Right.
me say this. Let me give you a prime example. Because I have been places with Diamond K. And all he had to do is change his voice, and somebody will not think that he's black. I don't know why.
Right.
But I mean, I can see it as him, being another race. But they wouldn't. I mean, I've seen it. I've been around. He was even able to. What is that movie? Put a ring. Is it Put a Ring on It? One of the movies he did where he was a character of, as if he worked at 7-Eleven.
Right.
He was able to do that voice. So he could pass. That's what I'm saying. Like, she was able to pass because of her tan or whatever. So if just looking at you, I could say that you're black, but you could actually be Haitian or, something else. Don't have to be black.
I still would like to ask Rachel, what happened in your life that made you decide to go that route? Because there had to be something that where you said, you know what? If I can pass for white, that's what I'm going to do. It's something somewhere that made her decide, hey, I can get a lot further if I pass as a Caucasian than a black person.
I know her parents are saying that she needs help. Exactly what you're saying, and I don't really want to, stay on this topic too long. But I will say I've even heard that when a child, or excuse me, not a child because then they're of age, but when someone finds out that their child is gay, they'll say, well, what happened? What happened? Who knows? Maybe that's the way that they felt. Like I said, I grew up around a mixed crowd, and there was some girls who we would be like, oh, she's just trying to be black. That's what we used to say growing up. But again, she identified these people. I'm not going to say their names because I know them, and we're still cool to this day. But they identified with being with us, the black culture, but they never said or let it pass that they were black. May have even had a child by a black man, but never ever said, well, yeah, I identify with black, or because she's just trying to dance around it now. Yeah. But the cat is out the bag.
Right. You can't dance around it no longer. You tiptoed as long as you could. You lived in the shadows.
Now, I'm gonna censor this comment a little bit that we received from a guy named what's this guy's name? His name is
I know, not that one right there.
I'm gonna censor that one.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Bradley.
Yes, I'm gonna censor Bradley's comment. But he said Rachel got a hold of some good, okay? And that changed her whole life. I'm cleaning it up. I'm trying to clean it up. If you're friends with me on Facebook, go check it out. Everybody else, I'll post it for you to read without the censors. But basically, he's saying that she got a good, hold of some good, and she said, look, y'all know the saying, once you go black, you never go back. So maybe I'm thinking maybe she did get a hold of something, but I don't think that made her just like.
I think she been had a hold of it. She just way back she had. Yeah.
I don't know when she was still white before she could start saying it. I don't listen. I would love for somebody to call in to 404-436-1277.
Yes, come on, y'all, call in.
That can pass for either race. Because what I want to know is, do you let it slide? If they assume that you're white or they assume that you're black, do you just let it slide?
Or what do you consider yourself when you're out? Because that was a big offer for her, and I was reading your another comment.
Right.
And maybe she did do it because she felt that if she presented herself as a white lady, she would be rejected, especially since it's the NAACP.
Right.
Maybe she felt she was going to be rejected, and she felt she had all of the qualifications except for her skin.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe she fell asleep doing African American studies.
While you were away from the room, someone in the room had a comment to to the ex Rachel topic. But we couldn't, I didn't. The mic wasn't on, so I was gonna wait till you get here. But I also want to ask you your thoughts on Rachel and her just flowing with the black. She's black. She identifies as what she's using now. I identify with the black race. And let me tell you this before you look back at this episode and be like, "What you say about me?" I said that we would be places and you could pass for another race, especially when you change your voice up. I don't know. You can be down there with the Spanish folk and go right along with them.
Yeah, I don't take offense to that. You really want me to answer this question about her? So she identifies. Do you have a problem with this?
Do I have? Yes.
Okay. Nikki, at night, in the afternoon, in the evening, do you have a problem with her identifying as black?
It's not the word she's using.
Or whatever the word. I mean, whatever.
Now.
Yeah. Do you have a problem with that?
I do.
Okay. Sean Bradley's in the room, recording artist. Do you have a problem with?
Yes.
With it? Okay, good. I knew you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't. Yeah, this is called the setup. Okay, so what I did is called the setup. Let me finish. I'm sure you had some time to speak on this. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. So here's the thing. I just set everybody up, and here's why. So I speak about this in depth on my show, but I'm going to give you the short version. All right, too late. But here's my thing. There's no way. And I mean, no way, that was wrestling right there, that people who have a problem, who agree with Bruce Jenner's identification or RuPaul's identification or any number of people along those lines identifying with whatever they want, the way that society is now, she should be able to identify with whatever she wants, and it should be just fine because people are allowed to do that now.
Well, you pretty much answered because the second part was, what is the difference from what Bruce did and...
There's no difference. There's no difference. Because like you said,
what's the difference?
She put on the hair.
What's the difference?
She put on the hair. I'm sure she listens to the music. She surrounds herself with the culture. She works for the NAACP. You can't get no only black thing that you can get to that is the Panthers. And you know what I mean? I don't know if they hiring right now. So she did that. She did the closest thing she can do to taking hormones and getting in touch with her black side, on the black hand side, and all that kind of shit.
Sean says that she had some. What did I say?
I'm sure she's taken some black protein and done everything she can do to get as black as she can get. I'm sure she put some lye in her hair, the glue, the tracks, whatever it's called. She did all that stuff. Okay, she watched all the black movies, Waiting to Exhale and Burn the Car Down. She did all that. She did all of that. So